Hello and welcome to Lantern Lane Stories. Tonight's story is The Bishop Who Became Santa Claus. Welcome, little listener. Take a slow, soft breath. Outside, Amsterdam is quiet tonight. Tiny snowflakes drift down onto the dark canals. They land on the still water and melt away like sugar. In a tall, narrow brick house beside the Prinsengracht, the lamps glow warm and yellow. A girl named Femke pads downstairs in striped wool socks. Her cheeks smell like soap. Her hair smells faintly of cinnamon biscuits. She is carrying her smallest brown shoe in both hands. Tomorrow is the 5th of December. Tonight, Sinterklaas will visit. Femke kneels and sets her shoe gently by the chimney. She tucks a fat orange carrot inside for Sinterklaas's white horse. Then she tucks a small drawing of a yellow star beside it. The fire crackles softly. The room smells like warm milk and pine. Grandpa is in the big chair by the window. His beard is snow white. His sweater is dark blue, soft as a cloud. Femke climbs onto the rug at his feet. The window is cold against her cheek. Outside, the snow falls slower now. "Grandpa," she whispers, "where does Sinterklaas really come from?" Grandpa smiles slowly. He looks out at the white rooftops. "That is a very old story," he says. "Older than this house, older than these canals." "Older than the canals?" Femke breathes. "Much older," says Grandpa. "Almost 1700 years old." Femke's eyes go round. 1700 is a very big number. "Please," she says, "tell me the whole thing." Grandpa wraps a soft wool blanket around her shoulders. He smells like peppermint and old books. "Long, long ago," Grandpa begins, "far across the sea there was a sunny little town called Myra. It had white stone houses and warm yellow hills. Lemon trees leaned by the doors. The sea was deep, deep blue. In Myra lived a young man named Nicholas. Nicholas wore a long red robe and a tall, pointed hat. He was the kindest person in town. The children loved him most of all. Near the harbor lived a poor man with 3 young daughters. They had no warm coats. Their bread basket was almost always empty. At night, the smallest girl would whisper, "Papa, my toes are cold." And Papa would only sigh because he had no coins to help. Nicholas heard about this little family. His heart hurt for them, but he did not want anyone to clap for him or sing his name. So one quiet night, he wrapped 3 small bags of gold coins in cloth. He pulled his red hood low. He stepped out into the salty sea air. The streets were dark. Cats blinked at him from doorways. He stopped beneath the poor family's open window. Inside, 3 little shoes were drying by the fire. Nicholas lifted the first bag and tossed it gently through the window. Plink. It landed softly inside the first small shoe. He tossed the second bag, then the third. Plink, plink. Then he hurried away before anyone could see him. In the morning, the father shouted with joy. His daughters could buy bread and warm coats and new shoes. They never knew who had brought the gold, Grandpa says. They only thanked the moon and the wind and the kind world around them. Femke is hugging her knees now. Her eyes shine in the firelight. "What happened next, Grandpa?" "Well," Grandpa says, "people loved this story so much they could not keep quiet about it. Sailors told it on big wooden ships with the wind in their sails. Mothers whispered it to babies in cradles. The story drifted across the warm sea. It crossed the orange hills of Spain. It crossed the misty fields of France. It floated all the way north to our cold, flat country of Holland. Children here loved the kind bishop just as much as the children in Myra had. But our names sound different," Grandpa says. So they began saying his name in the Dutch way, Sinterklaas. Every December, families left a shoe by the chimney, just like you did tonight. They hoped Sinterklaas would tuck a treat inside, Grandpa says, just the way Nicholas once tucked gold into shoes in Myra. Femke looks at her own brown shoe by the fire. The orange carrot is still there. She smiles a small, sleepy smile. "And what about Santa Claus?" she asks. "Ah," says Grandpa, his eyes twinkling, "that is the last part. Long ago, many Dutch families sailed across the great wide ocean to a new land called America. They built a small city beside a very wide river, and they brought Sinterklaas with them in their hearts and their songs. American children tried to say his name, but the name tickled their tongues. Sinterklaas, Sinterklaas, Santa Claus. And just like that, our kind bishop got a brand new name in a brand new country. So Sinterklaas and Santa are the same person?" Femke whispers, They are, Grandpa says softly. 2 names, one very old, very kind heart. Femke yawns a long, slow yawn. The fire is low and gold now. The snow outside is still falling, gentle as breath. Grandpa lifts her carefully and carries her up the wooden stairs. The steps creak in their kind, old voices. Her bed smells of clean cotton and a tiny puff of lavender. He tucks the blanket up to her chin. "Grandpa," she murmurs, "if I am very kind, can my heart travel far away too?" Grandpa kisses her warm forehead. His beard tickles like soft straw. "Yes, little one," he whispers. "A kind heart can travel for a very long time, sometimes even 1700 years. He closes the door softly behind him. Outside, the canals shine like long mirrors of dark glass. A single church bell far away gives one soft chime. Somewhere in the city, a small brown shoe waits patiently by a chimney. Inside, it sits an orange carrot and a yellow paper star. Snow keeps falling, slow as a lullaby. And so, Amsterdam also slowly, slowly fell asleep. Good night.